All right, welcome to another episode of MTGMoxBox. Today, Innistrad Midnight Hunt Collector Box. We had some shipping delays thanks to some shipping company that starts with F. But it's okay. It's finally here, so we're able to open it and hopefully, folks didn't wait too long.
Yeah,
so,
thanks for your patience. Those of you who waited a while to get this.
Yeah, at least it's like not Halloween or anything, right? But very excited. The whole werewolf thing with a bunch of interesting new tribal cards in here.
Yeah, a lot of support for existing decks and new themes to explore.
Yep.
Definitely looking forward to seeing this.
Just want to remind everybody, you can find us on MTGMoxBox.com, also eBay seller handle MTGMoxBox. Also reminding everybody that this box is a little bit different than the previous box openings. We'll be treating colorless and land as box toppers, the whole slot. So at the end, we'll put them aside into their respective slots. At the end, it will be randomly assigned to one of the participants tonight. And without further ado, we'll use random.org and start pairing up our participants.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Let me get this ready.
Let me,
You random.org?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, cool.
Alright. Roll dice. 8.
This thing's pretty tight today compared to other collector boxes.
Wait, this one doesn't even have box toppers, right? It's just more full? That's interesting.
No box toppers.
Nope.
Until Crimson Vow.
Yeah.
And that's the vampire one, right?
Yeah, that's the vampire themed.
Why they hating on werewolves, man?
Yeah.
Werewolves always get the
Why they're not giving it the same treatment.
They're never
They're always the underdogs.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about movie wise. You think of Teen Wolf? What was it? An American Werewolf in was it Paris or France, whatever? Like those movies.
American Werewolf in Paris. Yeah, I don't remember that one.
But I'm just saying, there's not many werewolves lead movies.
Ah.
Alright, so we got Jack getting white and red, Danny getting black, Andy getting green and multicolored, and Jerome getting blue. So,
Alright. Good luck,
right.
everyone.
everyone, let me take away the random.org.
Cool. All right. Ready? Pack number 1. Here we go. All right. Look at all these foil.
So foily.
I know, but the foil looks pretty good this time.
Is it all flat?
That.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at this land.
Black and white lands.
Yeah, I love these
Nice.
lands. All right, here we go. Florian, Voldaren Scion.
Cyan, yeah.
It's a vampire noble. Wait, I thought vampire is not supposed to be.
No,
in
there
the
are
set.
some vampires
Alright.
here, but I
I'm
guess
just kidding.
the main...
The main focus is on the werewolves, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we have a legendary vampire noble. First strike at the beginning of your post-combat main phase. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponent lost this turn. Exile one of those cards and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may play the exile card this turn. Wow,
Okay.
not bad.
Someone's going to come up with something interesting with this.
Yep.
I'm sure.
Next, we have a red sorcery. Vision of Ruin. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact. For each artifact sacrificed this way, you create a treasure token. You may flash back with 8 and 2 reds. This spell costs X less to cast this way, where X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. Oh, interesting. So would it be cheaper if you have commander tax? It says the greatest X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own on it. Oh, I guess it's
Yeah,
the
I don't
CMC
know.
cost then?
Yeah, I don't know if tax gets calculated in that.
Yeah.
It's a good question, though.
All right.
We need
We
to
have
find an
our
answer to.
first colorless, the Celestis, legendary artifact, the one that you can change night and day. When if it's neither day nor night, it becomes day, and the Celestis when it enters the battlefield, add 1 colorless mana, pay 3, tap. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Activate only as a sorcery. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain 1 life. You may draw a card if you do, and then if you do, discard a card.
Okay.
Oh, is there a name for these type of art cards?
Showcase, right?
Showcase?
border?
Cool.
Yeah.
That would be something else, but very cool. But these
Not for
non-foil, yeah. All right, we have our
Oh, one of the chase cards.
yep,
Oh,
Arlinn, the
very
Pack's
nice.
Hope. All right, legendary planeswalker, daybound, +1 ability. Until your next turn, you may cast creature spells as though they have flash, and each creature you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. -3, create a 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. And I
She
believe
becomes Nightbound.
Nightbound, crazy werewolf looking. Pay 2 and you can get a red and a green, and the 0 ability until the end of turn, Arlinn and Moonveil becomes a 5/5 werewolf creature with trample, indestructible, and haste.
Nice.
Yeah, mythic,
Very
very nice, and
aggressive.
full art version. Right, that's considered full art.
Yeah, that's full art. It's non-foil though, but still good.
We have another werewolf, Bruto Cather, human soldier werewolf. When this creature enters the battlefield or transform into Bruto Cather, exile target creature and opponent controls until this creature leaves the battlefield. And that's Daybound. And the Nightbound, it has first strike, ward with pay 3 life. Very nice.
Nice.
The 3 life. I like these. I like the ones that you pay life or have your opponent discard a card to target it.
Yes. Definitely makes you think twice.
Yeah. All right.
That was all one pack?
That was one pack.
Wow.
So we had 5 things on the board?
That's 5 things on the board.
Collector boosters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very juicy. Cool. That was a nice foil there.
Yeah.
Hey, your favorite.
Yeah.
all right. We'll move on. This is getting old, man. Oh, this is the red one, basic land.
I like that so far.
I like the other one, right? The other one's just purely black and white, right? There's no symbol or anything. Right? I didn't pay attention.
No, it's like that too.
I think
It
it was
is?
like that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, maybe it was because white. All right, first one. It's a red Geist Flame Reservoir. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, put a charge counter on Geist Flame Reservoir. Pay a colorless and a red. Tap it. Remove any number of charge counters from Geist Flame Reservoir. It deals damage to any target. Or you pay 1 colorless, 1 red. Exile top card of your library. You may play that card this turn.
Nice.
All right. Shadowkin. Didn't someone mention this?
This is from the commander. Look at the symbol.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Shadowkin. Flash. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player mills 3 cards. You may exile a creature card from among the cards milled this way. If you do, Shadowkin becomes a copy of that card, except it has this ability. Very nice. Extended art.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should actually start expanding our top 2 selections to include the commander stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Just because it pops up in the
deck.
collector boosters.
True. All right. Briar Bridge Tracker. Green Human Scout Vigilance. When Briar Bridge Tracker enters the battlefield, investigate. As long as you control a token, it gets +2/+0. Hey,
Good.
is your token deck? Include deck green?
Yes, it would have green.
No, nice. Don't look at it.
Yeah.
Move on. Ooh, we have a land. Rockfall Vale enters the battlefield. Tap unless you control 2 or more other lands. It's the red and green one.
Full art one too.
Sorry? Oh yeah, 4 not foil, but nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, it looks more like a swamp type of card, but
Kind of does look like
I can't see the red part. I can see the green because the
It's
forest.
on the mountain.
maybe. Yeah, just saying. All right, Katilda Dawnheart Prime. It's a legendary creature, human warlock, protection from werewolves. Human creatures you control have tap, add one mana of any of this creature's colors. Pay 4 green and a white. Tap, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Pretty good, but kind of small though. 1/1, easy to be sacrificed or killed somehow.
I'm sure you can figure something out.
Yeah, I guess
White and green.
White and green. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that was pack number 2. So we're
That
on
was
pack
pack
number
number
3.
3 or
Sorry, missing a card here. Oh, look at that swamp.
Oh, that's
that is very good looking.
Oh, foil and everything. All right. Malevolent Hermit. Human Wizard. Pay 1 blue. Sacrifice it. Counter target non-creature spell unless its control pays 3. And you can disturb, which is 2 and a blue. You may cast this card from your graveyard. Transform its disturb cost. And it comes back as a Benevolent Geist. Spirit Wizard. Flying. Non-creature spells you control can't be countered. If Benevolent Geist will be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile instead. All right.
Interesting.
Foil. Back and we
Double
talked about this,
foil.
right? Double foil.
Yeah.
Back and front and back. All right. Wall of Mourning. It's a Wall?
Card again.
Oh, how do you tell by the symbol? Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. When Wall of the Mourning enters the battlefield, exile a card from the top of your library face down for each opponent you have. Coven, at the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, put a card exile with Wall of Mourning into its owner's hand. All right, extended art. Curse of Shaken Faith. And you can enchant player or a curse whenever enchanted player casts a spell other than the first spell they cast each turn, or copies a spell. Curse of Shaken deals 2 damage to them. Nice. Makes your opponent think twice to start going crazy within spell casting.
Yep. This one's probably one of the better curses.
Yeah. Oh, here we have another land. Shipwreck Marsh is the one that gives you blue and black. Very nice. Extended art, non-foil. Then we have the dragon, Moonveil Regent. It's flying. Whenever you cast a spell, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each of that spell's colors. When Moonveil Regent dies, it deals X damage to any target where X is the number of colors among permanents you control.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was
Good
one
for
of
dragon
the...
deck.
True. Too bad you can't put it in your Sisse deck because it's not legendary. Because it, talks about colors.
I'll take it
you're
from the
right.
dragon deck. Don't worry about
It's
it.
okay. Sensei deck already has too many things that needs to go in.
No, Lawrence, I'm just trying to fill his Sisse deck with random shit,
This is not random shit.
Okay. We need to fill with more random shit. How's that?
Right. Good pull though.
Alright.
Ties in with the black and white lands.
More mountain. You want to put some full art islands in there?
That was nice.
That is a nice
All right. Siphon Insight. It's an instant. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library. Exile one of them face down and put the other one on the bottom of that library. You may look at it and play the exile card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. Flashback is 1 colorless, blue, and a black. All right.
Not bad.
And here we have another Aura Curse. It's blue. Curse of Unbinding. At the beginning of enchanted players' upkeep, that player reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Wow.
Oh, nice.
That player puts the rest of the revealed card in their graveyard.
Hey,
wow.
pretty good.
7 mana though, but
Kind of mean. It works for a milling deck, right? It's kind of like you can steal stuff and you're also kind of milling them because all the other cards goes in your graveyard.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's pretty nice.
That's double, yeah.
What if a player has doesn't play creature, all spells?
I don't know.
Then it would build up. This would
You know the whole
GG. Wake to Slaughter. It's a sorcery. Choose up to 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. An opponent chooses one of them. Return that card to your hand. Return the other to the battlefield under your control. It gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. And you can flash back with 4 and a black and a red.
Oh yeah, this is the cover.
Oh, you're right. So, Candle Grove Witch, Human Warlock. Pretty cool. I kind of like this color scheme a little bit better.
Yeah. Looks more pop.
Yeah, it pops. Alright, Suspicious Stowaway. It's a human rogue werewolf. Suspicious Stowaway can't be blocked. Whenever Suspicious Stowaway deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Daybound. Alright. And then the Nightbound is a seafaring werewolf. Can't be blocked. Whenever the werewolf deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Alright. Alright, whoa, we got the witch again. But this one is What happened?
And it says we got the blue cards in the black slot because
Good
we
idea.
had good catch.
Alright.
I was so used to putting it in Wooburg.
That's true. Alright, so we have another foil, the witch. Pretty cool. Alright, we have another full art extended foil to the Celestis, which we got one earlier. Okay. One in the deck, one in this binder.
Yeah.
Black needs some love.
Yes, it does.
We need some zombie love.
Needs
or
a
Meathook.
Meathook
Yeah,
Massacre.
that'll do it.
Yeah, that thing is expensive now already.
Yeah, it's one of the cards that's going up in value.
Alright, here we go. Island.
And it's really good.
Slaughter
Yeah.
Specialist. Vampire Warrior, and we're speaking in black. We have our first black.
All right.
When Slaughter Special enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 white human creature token. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Slaughter Specialist. So basically giving them humans for you to kill.
Oh,
All right.
interesting.
Wow, another black.
There you go.
Okay.
Toon Tyrant. I like this one. Other zombies you control gets +1/+1. 2 and a black. Sacrifice a creature. Return a zombie creature card at random from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only during your turn and only if there are at least 3 zombie creatures in your graveyard. Okay. All right.
Wow.
We have an Enduring Angel. Flying double strike. You have hexproof. If your life total will be reduced to 0 or less, instead transform Enduring Angel and your life total becomes 3. Then if Enduring Angel didn't transform this way, you lose the game. Transformed into Angelic Enforcer. You have hexproof. Angelic Enforcer's power and toughness are each equal to your life total. When an Angelic Enforcer attacks, double your life total.
Wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
doubling.
So you had to get to 3 first, right? Your life, then move your way back up.
Oh.
Because if
very
you don't,
interesting.
if you go for the other side, you lose the game. I think, right?
Oh.
But then you can transform tonight, and then that would be
I think
bigger
that-
than 3. Then,
But
right?
wouldn't that say you
Is
lose
that
the
how
game
it
that way?
works? Hmm.
All right.
Well, no.
All right. Well, look at it. Another land, Haunted Ridge. This is the black and red one. Extended art. Well, so far they're all extended art. These lands.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
been
cool.
a theme.
All right. Now we have Rem, Carolus, Starwart, Slayer, legendary creature, human knight, flying haste. If a creature spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage +1. Damn, so you're protecting your own stuff and then
Yeah, I
additional
actually
hate
really
on
like
others.
this one.
Yeah. White and red, right?
Yep, because I think you were talking about the Fire Song and Sun Speaker deck, the one that where you get lifelink off of like sorceries and instants that you cast.
Did
I
I?
was thinking,
I don't-
I don't know. I remember,
I've been looking at too many cards
maybe
these
I
days,
was
man.
brewing this a while back, but this actually looks like a good combination to go with that.
Well, it's one side of Earthquake.
Wait, because I
Yeah.
didn't read it that way when I first thought. I just thought it was
Because, yeah, stuff that...
I thought it was a spell that
Alright.
opponent casts, but it could be your spell. So if you're the one
Yep.
casting all the spells, they all become one-sided. So that's very interesting.
All right. Now we have another multi. Dire Strain Rampage. Sorcery. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. If a land was destroyed this way, its controller may search the library for up to 2 basic lands and put them onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Otherwise, its controller may search the library for a basic land card and put into battlefield tap, then shuffle. Flashback 3, red and a green. Wow, I like this one. Cleaver Scab, I guess. Zombie Horror. 3, sacrifice another zombie. Create 2 tokens that are copies of the sacrificed creature. So you just kind of double your zombies.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really good.
Extended art. All right, man, we got another land here. Hostel. It's like a haunted house.
Yes.
Gives you colorless. Pay 1 colorless and tap. Sacrifice a creature. Put a soul counter on hostel. Then if there are 3 or more soul counters on it, remove those counters. Transform it. Then untap it. Activate only as a sorcery. Then you transform it into a creeping in artifact creature. Horror construct. Whenever creeping in attacks, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creature cards exiled with creeping in. Pay 4, creeping in phases out. Wow. It's actually not bad for a land.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Haven't thought of a way to how to use it, but
Someone's got
Man.
to find a way.
dude, we're getting a lot of lands, dude.
All the dual lands.
Deserted Beach.
Wow.
This is the white and blue one, and then there are no repeats so far, which is good.
Nice.
Yeah. Augur of Autumn. This is the one you can play additional land, right? You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands from the top of your library. As long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Very nice. Counts as ramp, right?
It's pretty good, but not as good as, the one that you can play additional land.
True that.
Let's see.
But I feel like it helps you clean out your
It helps you,
library.
yeah.
Well, you would put it in the same deck, so I think it would.
Yeah, it'll work.
Yeah, it still works.
All right, so we are halfway. Yeah, it seems like multi is still always slightly have the edge compared to other slots.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do about that. That's just how they're always gonna. It's always gonna be, unless we can split up multiple color. But I think that would just be more work than it's worth.
All right, land. Curse of Silence, another enchant player. As Curse of Silence enters the battlefield, choose a card name. Spells with the chosen name enchanted player casts cost 2 more to cast. Whenever enchanted player casts a spell with the chosen name, you may sacrifice Curse of Silence. If you do, draw a card. Seems like it works. Probably won't work as well in commander format, huh?
Well, can't you just name the commander?
Oh, good point. Good point. Start the tax early, huh?
Well, it gets sacrificed right after.
You can choose to sacrifice it, right?
Well, you can sacrifice it to draw a card.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to sacrifice.
Well, yeah, I guess you can leave it as a permanent tax.
All right, sorry. Now we have another black curse, enchant player again. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your enchanted player's control, you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with decay.
That's pretty good.
Yes, I like this one. Sun Gold Sentinel. Human Soldier. Whenever Sun Gold Sentinel enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Coven, which is a 1 colorless and a white. Choose a color. Sun Gold Sentinel gains hexproof from that color until end of turn and can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. Activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different power. So, question, why don't they just set protection for that color? Because isn't that the same thing? It says choose a color, gains hexproof from that color until end of turn and can't be blocked by creatures.
Well, hexproof is a little bit better than protection because protection means you can't even if it got protection from white, you wouldn't be able to.
I guess
play anything else on it.
I guess. All right, Sarathith, the Viper's Fang. Other tap creatures you control. Oh, this is the one. This is the one I kind of picked for the top 2, I believe, or maybe one of us did. Other tap creatures you control have Death Touch. Other untapped creatures you control have Hexproof. Pay 1 colorless, untap another target creature or land you control. Very nice. Willowgeist, Treefolk Spirit, trample. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on Willowgeist. When Willowgeist dies, you gain life equal to its power. Actually, this is pretty cool for a graveyard, black and green graveyard recursion deck.
And it's Treefolk Spirit too. Interesting.
You got some ideas for Treebeard there?
Yeah, Treefolk is kind of interesting. Just have too many green decks.
Nothing wrong with that.
True.
Alright, we got another swamp. Pretty cool looking. Oh, another Willowgeist. We just got one, but this one's foil.
But the other one was foil too.
No, the other one was foil too?
Yeah,
but non-extended
foil
art.
and full art.
Yeah,
now we got the regular foil.
Now we have another one, Ruinous Intrusion. Instant, exile target artifact or enchantment. Put X +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, where X is the mana value of the permanent exile this way.
Wow, another Augur.
Another Augur of Autumn.
Double.
Green getting a bunch of stuff.
Extended art,
This is a green pack for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lisa, Forgotten Archangel. Find lifelink. Whenever another non-total creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent control would die, exile it instead. Very nice.
Pretty good.
Pretty mean.
Gets rid of the graveyards.
All right, so this is I believe this is our first double land, but it's foil and also extended art. The black and red one.
That's nice.
Haunted Ridge. Yep, looks very clean.
Yeah. No bendy.
Nope.
It's flat. So they got better.
Let's hope it stays that way.
I know, seriously. Alright, forest. Man, this looks more like a creepy forest. But the foil looks really cool. Nice. Alright. Ooh, this is the one I picked. Arlinn, Resplendent Cathar. The
Your
one
commander.
that, yep. Vigilance, good for a weenie deck, right? As power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 white human creature token that's tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. This one's foil too. All right. Celestial Judgment. 4 and 2 whites for each different power among creatures on the battlefield. Choose a creature with that power. Destroy each creature not chosen this way. Oh, interesting. This is based on power.
Yeah, you get to save some.
Yeah. Save only your own.
Yeah.
Sludge Monster. Horror. 3 and 2 blue to cast. Whenever Sludge Monster enters the battlefield or attacks, put a slime counter on up to 1 target creature. Non-horror creatures with slime counters on them lose all abilities and have base power and toughness. I believe this is one of our top 2 as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Nice.
Lots of
Extended
cards.
art.
Lots of cards.
Yeah. Ooh! Extended art, but non-foil. Our Teferi, who slows the sunset. The +1 ability, choose up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap the chosen permanents you control. Tap the chosen permanents you don't control. You gain 2 life. -2 ability, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of the library in any order. -7, you get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step. Dang.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Dang. You build that super friend deck, man.
Yep.
Alright. Galvanic Iteration. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy and flashback with 1 colorless blue and a red. This is extended art foil. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of Shazam for some reason.
I can see that in the artwork.
We're talking about the movie Shazam, right? Not the Dave Chappelle Shazam.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another basic land. Plains. All right. Smoldering Egg.
Oh, this is the egg that you like.
The Defender. As Defender, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of ember counters on Smoldering Egg equal to the amount of mana to cast that spell. Then if Smoldering Egg has 7 or more ember counters on it, remove them and transform this egg into a dragon. Ashmouth Dragon. Flying, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Ashmouth Dragon deals 2 damage to any target. Very cool. And again, both sides foil. Very nice.
Very nice.
Alright, and we got the Zombie Turtle. Gorex the Tomb Shell. Legendary Zombie Turtle. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may exile any number of creature cards from your graveyard. This spell costs 2 colorless less to cast for each card exiled this way. This turtle also has Death Touch. Whenever Gorex the Tomb Shell attacks or dies, choose a card at random, exile with Gorex, and put that card into the owner's hand. Very nice. Extended art.
Ooh, Vanquish the Horde.
Yep, this is one of our top 2 as well.
Yep.
Vanquish the Horde. 6 and 2 whites. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield, and it destroy all creatures if it resolves.
Pretty much gonna cast only 2 mana anytime it needs to get used.
I guess. Alright, we have another, did we have this one before? Tolovar, Dire Overlord? I don't think so, right? Human Werewolf?
No, but that's the one that everyone's trying to make decks off of. That's the Werewolf Commander, right?
It is a legendary, yeah.
Finally.
So, whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay, I can see why. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transfer any number of human werewolves you control. That's the day-bound side. The night-bound side, it has the same ability. You know, whenever you deal, wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. X, red and green. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets +X+0, gains trample until end of turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty mean.
Very aggressive.
Yeah. Alright, Memory Deluge. Instant. Look at the top X card of your library, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast a spell. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, and you can flash back with 5 and 2 blue. Okay. Alright, so we have 2 packs left. I should say it's pretty even, to be honest.
Yeah, it has been very even, which is good for a collector.
Yeah.
Booster.
Sorry, this pack is giving me a little hard time here.
Got Meathook in it.
Oh, maybe.
Let's see that.
If we get it, you called it, man.
Yeah.
The mountain. All right. Oh.
Oh, dang.
wow.
Okay, never mind. It's
I'm
coming.
not complaining. Maybe Meathook's still coming, but this one's
maybe.
again Teferi who slows the sunset, and this one's a
This time
foil
it's
one.
foil.
Yeah.
Double Mr. T.
Yeah.
All
All right. Now we have a Sigarden Zealot, human cleric. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, choose any number of creatures with different powers. Each of them gets +X and gains vigilance until end of turn, where X is Sigardian Zealot's power. All right.
Is that from Commander? Yeah, that's from Commander.
And then we have Intrepid Adversary,
Oh, that's a good
human scout, lifelink. When Intrepid Adversary enters the battlefield, you may pay colorless and a white any number of times. When you pay this cost one or more times, put that many valor counters on Intrepid Adversary. Creatures you control gets +1/+1 for each valor counters on this creature.
Oh, I
That's why
like
I
that
picked
one.
for a top
Yep.
And it's it's
Definitely
extended art.
worthy of a pick.
Hey,
Yeah.
works well with the Arlinn.
Yeah.
The
We
deck.
need
It does.
Yep.
Man, whoever has white should start building that. Ooh, this was nice. The
Oh,
new
Gisa.
Gisa. Yep.
Yeah.
Gisa, Glorious Resurrector. 2 and 2 black. Legendary human wizard. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. At the beginning of your upkeep, put all creature card exile with Gisa onto the battlefield under your control. They gain Decayed. Wow. I need one.
Nice.
And we have Vadric, Astral Archmage. Isn't this one of your commander?
That was the one I picked.
Yep. If it's neither day nor night, it becomes day as Vadric enters the battlefield. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is Vadric's power. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a +1/+1 counter on Vadric. Is this that alternative art, I guess?
He looks
Foil.
creepy in this art.
Yeah, I didn't see this artwork.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Teferi.
No.
No, a little bit, right? The mustache and no hair.
Just because he's bald.
Yeah, with mustache too, man.
Teferi has a mustache?
Yeah, he doesn't he?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember anymore.
All right, last pack. Let's see that Meathook.
All right.
All right, another forest. Katilda, Dawnheart Prime. A protection from werewolf. Human creatures you control have. Oh, we saw this one earlier, right? So
Yeah,
I'm not
we
gonna
did.
go over it anymore. It's a foil. Prowling Geistcatcher, human rogue. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile it. If that creature was a token, put a +1/+1 counter on Prowling Geistcatcher. When Prowling Geistcatcher leaves the battlefield, return each card exile with it to the battlefield under your control. Okay, this is very nice for a zombie deck, actually.
Yep.
Extended art. All right, we got this earlier as well.
Mhm.
Galvanic Iteration. It's extended art, non-foil. Wow, we have another land.
Oh, this is
Overgrown farmland.
Right? We haven't got this one.
I don't,
don't
think,
think
so.
so.
This
That's
is the
the
white
one.
and green one, and extended art as well. And then we have Rite of Harmony. I think we got this one earlier, right?
No, but I think this is your top two, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Whenever a creature or enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, this turn draw a card and get flashback with 2 green and a white. Very nice extended art foil. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All the spirits.
Yeah. All right. That was the last one.
All right.
Okay.
Pretty even opening.
So,
Yeah.
do we do the land and colorless slot draw? Who gets which one?
Why don't we go over the stats first?
That's
And
right.
then
can
we'll
do
leave
that.
that as a highlight at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Pull up stats.
Okay, we are all logged. Let's see what it looks like. Since this is our first box opening, we have nothing to compare it to, but looks like fairly even.
That's a lot of rares. 60? That's a lot.
Yeah, I think when we were trying to put together how many slots we were going to do, I wasn't expecting this many lands, but is this just because it's a...
It might be just this box. You never know.
Yeah, you never
sure.
know.
You never know.
But
But look at
either way-
colorless. Colorless is pretty light.
Yeah, like we knew colorless was going to be light. Looks like red is a little bit lighter this time around.
But they're all pretty even, relatively.
But yeah, it's not by that much. These...
I just didn't know land will get that much
Yeah.
close to all the other slots, I guess.
Well, I guess we can take a look and see who the lucky winner is then for the land slot.
All right, so are we going to use a wheel of names
Yep.
for 6 slots, right?
Yep.
All right. And then I just want to remind everybody, since we said we're treating the whole slot as a box topper, so everything that's colorless will be going to the slot that the lucky slot that's going to get picked, I guess.
So which one am I spinning for first?
Why don't we do colorless first, since it's the
Yeah. We'll leave the lands.
Yeah.
The
We'll leave
two
the
Celotis.
fat one to the end. All right. Whoa.
Can't
it's gonna tell us. It's gonna tell us,
It'll
right?
pop up saying.
All right,
"Hey,
cool.
blue."
Okay. Cool. All right. So we're
Congrats to
blue.
blue.
Colorless. We're gonna move it right here on top of blue. Put it right here. All right. Congrats.
Now the land
now
slot.
The big
the land slot.
lands going
Landslide.
to.
All right. Ding 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 ding. Ooh,
right at the cutoff.
All right.
All right.
Congrats. That is
Congrats.
Jack. Congratulations, Jack. That will go to
I guess
Red.
that kind of balances out the lower count.
Yep. All right. I think that's it. That concludes our box opening. Yeah.
Thank you for joining and for participating.
Yeah, are there any comments that you want to go over
Oh, yeah.
from the last couple times?
We did have a couple videos that we've released, so let's take a look at there. We had the top 2 video. Let's see.
I guess someone wants to build a zombie deck, which have the exact same commander I have for my zombie deck, which is a Scarab God.
Who was that?
That is Crimson Blood Rose.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
And we
Let's
have-
chat in the YouTube comments to figure out
Yeah.
what else you're adding. Yeah. I'm going to be honest, I actually bought the zombie pre-con because there are a lot of good new zombie cards in there that
Yeah.
might be able to take apart. And
I don't
add
even have a
up.
zombie deck, and I brought the zombie precon too, just in case.
For me? Thank you. Damn.
We'll
Very
see. We'll
nice.
see. Yeah, they just had too many good tools to use. Anyway, Merple says I see an egg and it must go in an egg deck. That actually sounds like a really interesting deck.
There
I
are
love
actually
playing against
there are
those.
actually a lot of eggs. You know that
Alright.
mutate egg? There's an egg that you
Yeah,
can
there
There's
was
mutate.
a-
an egg that you mutate onto.
And then every time
yeah.
you mutate, it gets +1/+1. There's also rook egg, right?
I still remember Rook Egg when we used to play off of
Yeah.
the old rules where you just drop it in the graveyard and it turns
Yeah.
into a creature. Pretty sure that's not legal anymore, but
Eli Rotundo said, as a commander player at heart, the 2 cards I consider my topics are and likely to slot into the most decks are Meathook. Yep, that is
Yep.
right. And then
Vanquish
Vanquish
the-
Horror.
yeah,
Yep.
definitely a commander
So
card
2
there.
of the probably the best board wipes in this set, at least, right?
yeah.
Very nice.
And Mihu is definitely an aristocrat.
Dude, I was
Staple.
looking. That thing is over $30 right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That
mean, when we
non-foil-
started
non-foil
monitoring it, I think it was between 10 and 20. Yeah, so
All right.
we'll see if it's where it ends up.
So should we let our listeners know to continue to look at the price monitor
Yeah, well,
episode? To
we should
see
be
if it's-
coming out with another one
Yeah.
pretty soon because I think it's about that time.
Yeah.
We've been tracking every week, so we'll see what what insights we can pull out from the numbers.
Yeah, and then Green Gandalf Ziggy 1 says, my picks will be Wrenn and Seven and Augur of
yeah,
Autumn.
we did not see Wrenn today.
Nice, yeah. So Augur of Autumn is the one that you can play the land, right? So it kind of
Which
works.
we got 2.
Yeah, we got 2 of those,
Yep.
and it
So that's pretty cool.
effectively a straight upgrade over Course of Crewfigs. Yeah, I'd probably include
Sure.
both in the
Yeah.
deck that
Yeah.
would have those.
All right, and we got some comments from the set price monitor episodes. So
Oh yes.
yeah. So
Which
Crimson
is-
Blood Rose again says, appreciate these kind of video. Thank you. You know, your kind comments allow us to or encourage us to continue to make these videos. Thank
Yep.
you so much. Christopher Yu. You don't see people use their full name
But yeah,
often, but let's see. Even though prices are still somewhat inflated due to market still having pre-release prices, I feel as though Arlinn is being fairly undervalued. That is true.
I think white cards tend to start undervalued just because they're white.
Yeah, until
And then
people
people
people start breaking the game by building these decks.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. And Andy Gisa, huh? Is undervalued for sure at only $5.
Yeah, I
So,
wonder what she's at right now. Probably higher. We'll see.
is Andy building a zombie deck maybe?
Yeah. Seems like a lot of people would be, especially with this set. I mean, there's just so much more zombie support than I expected. I was just expecting it to be all werewolves and
Same
maybe
here.
little vampires, and that's it.
Which is why I feel like it's kind of odd that the werewolf set has a ton of vampires. Yeah. Oh, sorry, zombies.
Yeah.
What was it?
Kitork, Vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Smoldering
sorry
Egg.
for butchering your name.
Yeah. Smoldering Egg. Another
Egg
fellow egg
Yes.
fan. Yeah.
Well,
really,
yeah, I
really appreciate
I
that.
definitely agree. This egg seems a little undervalued because, I mean, for 2 mana,
Because you can
really,
transform pretty quickly.
easy way to transform.
Yeah, and that'll be additional
plus the
damage.
ability
Yeah.
once it transforms.
And it is a respectable power toughness creature, 4/4 flying.
Yeah. Well, it's an ability that I think it does 2 damage on top of every other spell that you cast.
Definitely.
That's pretty amazing.
All right. And then again, Eli says, right now I personally say the rare land cycle for Innistrad is undervalued. While they aren't amazing in aggro decks, they are sure to see play in standard simply because there aren't many dual lands with, and in most EDH decks, it should be fairly simple to play around their claws, so they always enter untapped. That is true.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. I believe the professor had an episode on this as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Talarian.
All right.
Last one, Marple. Picking those full art lands seemed like a cheat.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I'd pick full art lands too.
Depends on if you're a land collector.
Yeah,
like
if you're a land collector like
our
me.
good friend here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point it's more like I must have, more like
that's true.
need to catch them all like Pokemon.
It's it's so hard to keep up. So many good lands coming out.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you.
So time to do the giveaway, I guess.
All right.
What should our question be for next week's? So the question that I asked from the last video that when we opened the pre-release packs was which card they would pick from what we got for their decks. So let's see.
Okay. Let's take a look at this one first before we figure out the
Alright.
question for the next
You guys
one.
figure out a question for them then.
Alright.
13. Alright.
Okay. Let's see.
Innistrad, so good to be back.
Well, good comment,
Well,
but I
good
think
comment, but
it doesn't qualify for the.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pick another one.
All right. Hopefully, somebody answered the question. Maybe we need to be more clear about the questions. Have to go with strip art. I think this qualifies.
Yeah.
For you, you blue black decks there, and the art is just pretty.
All right. Congrats.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, you won this week's pack.
All right.
So what's our question for next week?
All right, I'm gonna make up one right now. Hopefully, it's not too crazy for anyone. We already know that this set Innistrad, zombie, werewolf, also wizard seems like a pretty popular tribal theme in this deck. So just want to ask anyone, like, hey, if you want to build a commander deck, what tribal you'll pick for Innistrad, and which tribal you'll build based on this set and why,
That's
and what kind
question.
of deck.
All right.
So just make sure non-zombie, non-werewolf, non-wizard. Anything else is go in this creature type.
Is there anything else?
That's what I'm trying to say, because those are the popular ones, right?
That might be too limiting. I mean, if they wanted to pick zombie.
Hey, someone could pick Dragon Egg, man. Oh, too bad that's not a legendary one. But Dragon can be a one, right?
I'd say we just open it up. Just say like any tribal within
All right.
the set, just to see, because I'm curious how people would be building their zombie decks.
Sounds good. All right.
Asking for a friend.
That would be me. So whatever tribal deck you'll like to build using Innistrad, and let us know which tribal you pick and what kind of deck you'll be building.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Thanks
See
for
you guys soon.
participating.